Approaching minimums.
Toga.
Minimums.
Approach Skyways 1786 going around.
V1. Rotate.
Welcome back to the flight deck, and it would seem that Reykjavik control has come online, and we required an oceanic clearance to get over to our destination of Keflavik. So, after a nice little private message chat with the controller, I'll show you what that looks like. We basically got oceanic clearance from Barku all the way to our destination of Keflavik. And as you can see, this aircraft is qualified for extended overwater operations. So we do have some extra equipment on board, some extra oxygen, that kind of stuff, technical stuff. But I wanted to highlight the conversation that I had in private message with the very nice controller over at BIRD Center. So just give me 1 second here while I pull it up. So basically, the oceanic controller, rather, needs a couple of things from us. He needs our requested route, flight level, Mach number, and the estimated time for the entry into the oceanic airspace, which is for us is Barku, which we provided. So we were requesting Barku, Ratsu, direct ING. Forgot to put in requesting Keflavik and the rest of our flight plan there, but that's basically the oceanic part. At flight level 360, I made a mistake. I put into the FMC, I put originally 380. Was a little bit overzealous on the altitude, so we're actually just going up to 360, Mach decimal 78. So once we get over Barku, we're going to have to go put it into IAS Mach mode and keep ourselves at decimal 78. We're currently doing 783, and estimating Barku at 1554. That's the local time. That's not what the simulator time is. The simulator time is about an hour and 12 minutes behind. So that was basically that. We were then told to stand by, and then we were cleared to Reykjavik via the Barku, Ratsu, direct ING, then Gulf 3 to Nasbu, at flight level 360, Mach decimal 78, and no time restriction. Sometimes we get a time restriction, be at Barku by a certain time, in which case you'll have to slow down or speed up a little bit, if able. But luckily not enough traffic around to have a time restriction, which we read back. And we are told to contact the controller over Barku. I already have the frequency all set up and everything. Just thought it would be easier to do it over text, and I just thought I'd show you that little snippet of oceanic clearance. I'll do another video. We'll do something a little bit more interesting, transatlantic, with NATs and stuff like that, and oceanic clearance in the future. But nice little practice here for oceanic clearance, and everything is good. Alright, we're just about to call a Reykjavik Center, but before we do so, I'm just going to plug in the transition altitude at our destination, which is 7,000. Like so, and the QNH for now is 1009. Like so. Enter. And time prediction was pretty good. Barku 43 plus 12 minutes because it's in the real world. I said 53. It's going to be around that, so that's pretty good. I should really have set it to real time, but oh well, what are you going to do? Keeps things interesting. I have to do a little bit of maths. So, let's go ahead and tune to Reykjavik control. We will also speed 78. There we go. Reykjavik Control, good afternoon. Skyways 1786, 737 with you. Flight level 360, and we are 10 back from Barku.
Skyways 1786, hello, right here to full Addons.
That was easy. The hard part was getting the clearance. I'm going to adjust the sound levels a little bit because I think the aircraft's noise versus what's happening in B-Pilot is a little bit off, so give me a couple of seconds and I'll be right back with you. were just given direct NASBO by ATC, so let's just plug that in. Execute. There we go. Just picked up information Charlie. So it gives us a couple of things. First one would be our QNH setting, which is 1009. 1009. That is now set and set. Good. The other thing...
National cargo 382, monitor unit from now, 122, destination, bye-bye.
The other thing was expect runway 20. We don't have that. We have 19. So go ahead and plug that in. I'm not going to put the transition because the transition is basically overhead. What did I file? I think I did file direct to the field. Yep, I did. So we can go ahead and actually put that in then. Departure, arrival, that, and it would be, I think it was the 1, because the 2, hang on, let's have a quick look. Departure, arrival, 19, and 1. Usually have a better way of doing this. Zoom back in. Yeah, that's the guy. So enter that. Direct to the Keflavik VOR or NDB? I'm not even sure anymore. Anyways, and then it's outbound for 8 miles and then turn back inbound to the field. So we'll just go with that. NASBO, direct to Keflavik. We'll probably get vectors at some point anyway, so whatever. Like that. Looks good to me. Good. We're all set up. Init ref 146.3. We've got 15.1. And we're expecting to land with 11.6. So while I do some quick maths, that is 0.5. And that is for 4.5. Am I doing that right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No. 12, 13, 14, 3.5. So, landing weight. Gross weight, we've got 146.3. We currently have 15 tons of fuel. We're expected to land with 11.6, so that's 3.4. Quick maths, 3.4. So, 146. 543 142.9. That makes sense? Makes sense to me. Flaps 30. Like that. 148 is our landing speed. The weather, it's partly cloudy, good viz, blah blah blah. And so we'll do Cat 1. We'll arm the Cat 1 at least. 198 is our inbound course. Once again, I'm doing this a long way around. 198 is set, and 110.3. That's set. And the Keflavik VOR is on 112, so we'll put that in. 112 even, like so. 112 is set on VOR2. Bring up the needles. There we go. Not getting anything. Obviously, we're a little bit far out for that. Top of descent in about 200 miles or so. Let's have a quick look. Descent, 230 nautical miles. So we sit here and we watch the water go by nice and slowly. And I'll bring you back when something exciting happens. We've got a direct to Elvum. And I'm going to have to dig around in our flight plan and check all this stuff here. So we'll get rid of that and we'll tighten up the ND. So where are we going? We're going to Elvum. Ah, okay. So what I can do is that. There we go. Beautiful. ILS Zulu for runway 19. Via Elvum. Yeah. Could have just done that. That would have been way easier. Elvum, blah, blah, blah. Good stuff. Alright. Do we need to start thinking about descent? No, we do not. Cool. That's why it's nice to have updated charts, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes you get the information, you plan for an arrival. No descent path after Elvum, 2200. Yeah, sure there is. 3500 or above, 22, 18. Yeah, no. I beg to differ, FMC. I beg to differ. Reykjavik, Skyways 1786 has information Delta ready for descent.
Skyways 1786, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Skyways 1786. Ease it over.
Level 1098, count flight level 360. Scandinavian 1098, count flight level 360.
There we go. So we're finally in our descent after an hour and 44 minutes in the air. Information Delta's on board. We're expecting runway 20. We are direct to Elvum. Life is good. We have our speeds plugged in. Frequencies tuned. We'll actually switch that over. So now we've got the Keflavik VOR. We're 141 miles out of that. Still nothing on the ILS yet. That's fine. Take auto brakes. Let's go with 2. I tend to float it, so. So we're 400 feet below the profile, and it's coming back nicely, so we'll go ahead and stick it now into VNAV. Keep that descent going. Let the plane settle itself out. There goes the needle. You see the engine spool back. Beautiful.
Scan 1123 Alpha Tango Reykjavik, clears you to Keflavik via 64 North 00 East, 64 North 010 West, India November Golf, Golf 3 Nasco, from 64 North 00 East, maintain access to Lake 1, and flight level 30, no time restriction. Okay, Keflavik approach 119.3, bye-bye.
119.3, Skyways 1786. Take care. Keflavik approach, good afternoon, Skyways 1786, out of 190 for 100 inbound Elvum. Information Delta on board.
Skyways 1786, Keflavik approach. You are identified with correct radar vectors for the ILS runway 19.
We'll expect the vectors to the ILS 19, Skyways 1786. Go ahead and turn up the volume a little bit, because that was practically not audible. So there we go. That should fix it. Drag required. I plugged in all of the descent winds and everything. I tell you. As if I have bad energy management skills. Alright, let's bring out a little bit of spoilers. You get a little bit. That's all you get.
Skyways 1786, fly heading 3103.
310 degrees, Skyways 1786. Since we're getting vectors, we'll do a little trick here to clean up the ND. And we will do that.
8508, and 6, and we are now ready for vision, sir.
That. There we go.
EZ8508, QNH 1010, push and start.
Pushing start approved, and QNH is 1010, EZ8508, thanks.
Seatbelt signs go on. As we approach this cloud layer, coming through 150 for 100. It's been a while since I've been in the 7.3. Yeah, why not? There we go. I was like second guessing myself, looking up at the lights. Should I? Should I not? Whatever. As long as we don't put the retractables out. So we've got our extended center line. We've got traffic to the northwest of us and very far below. Got our extended center line. Got the Keflavik VOR. Got our ILS tuned. Mins I've plugged in 363. What else did I do? Frame rate's gonna drop here. That's normal for every time I've flown into Keflavik. The frame rates get pretty bad around this stage. Usually coincides with some cloud and then gets much better as we approach. So I'm not too worried. Something around this area. Sometimes it's a cloud, sometimes it's not.
Whoa.
That is loud.
Golf Echo Oscar. Roger, report ready for regional. Skyways 1786, descend altitude 6,000, QNH 1010.
6,01010, Skyways 1786. And that. There we go. Just dropping our speed now. Give it a little bit. Well, you know what? No, we're on profile. I'm fine with it. It's good. See if we can see anything. Cloud surfing at this point. What's the outside temperature? Oh, it's 14. I was gonna maybe look at putting the anti-ice on, but honestly, with a TAT of plus 14 in the summer, no need. Speed's coming back a little bit slow, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring out a little bit of speed brake. Yeah, we definitely don't need to be descending at that kind of a speed. So I'm going to put 1500. Bring out the speed brakes again because we're slipping away.
Taking hold to runway 19 via November EZ50X. Thanks very much.
Actually, 1200 would do. $1200 with a little bit of speed brake. Level off about 30. No, I don't even want to level off. So 6,000, 2200. Eh. Even down to 1,000 would be good. There we go. We do also have to decelerate, so that's something that's going to take either extra leveling off time or a little bit more drag, so we'll definitely have to take that into consideration. Beautiful part of the world. Descending through 8 now. We'll get that descent going again a little bit faster. Hoping the frame rate clears up a little bit. Still nothing on the weather radar, which is nice. Let's tighten this up a little bit, like so. So we're looking at this whole peninsula here, and the airport will be right here. So maybe we can see it. Oh, there's a cloud in the way. Bah humbug. 1,000 to go. Airfield should be out there somewhere.
Skyways 1786, descend altitude 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Skyways 1786. Keep that descent going. So we want to be, it's 2200. Yeah, it's level at 2200, so because we also want to slow down, plug in 220, a little bit early, but whatever. Get some speed brake out. Come on, frame rate. You can do it.
Skyways 1786 and altitude 3000 feet, speed back towards 180 knots.
Down to 3,000, 180 knots, Skyways 1786.
Skyways 1786. Left turn heading 240 degrees.
Left 240, Skyways 1786. Leveling off now at 3,000. Leveling off at... Hey. Leveling off at 2,900 feet.
With contact control on the 917 by.
For some reason the auto throttle's a little bit late on that. It's okay.
Skyways 1786, continue left heading 220, cleared ILS runway 19.
220 cleared for the ILS 19, Skyways 1786. Alright, so there's our final intercept heading. VOR Loc is armed.
EZdok you are identified passing 1,900 feet.
And approach Skyways 1786. Can we get a further descent, please?
Skyways 1786, descend altitude 2,000 feet per hour with 5.
2,000, Skyways 1786. So we didn't have the Loc yet.
Echo Sierra Oscar.
We didn't have the Loc yet, and we were going to bust through the glides, so that's why I asked for a little bit of a lower altitude. Here comes the Loc, though. So, that, and that. Now we're just waiting on the gear. There's the Loc captured.
2,500.
Radar altimeter is alive. So we will go gear down and flaps 15. Bring that back to flaps 15 speed.
Skyways 1786, free speed and surface wind 22011 knots, runway 19 clear to land.
Free speed, clear to land, runway 19, Skyways 1786. Sync up the heading, 197, so. And everything's set, configured. Match up the throttles. Auto throttles out. Autopilot's out. My aircraft. A little bit of up trim.
EZ8508 contact, rocket control 119.7, goodbye.
Now what he doesn't know
129.7.
we are not landing. We're going around. Because I like making life difficult for him. Just the kind of guy I am. A little bit extra power here. Approaching minimums. Just before minimums, we'll hit the toga power. A little bit low.
Approaching minimums.
Just say we had a wind gust. Toga.
Minimums.
Approach Skyways 1786 going around.
Skyways 1786, roger, right turn, heading 290 degrees with angle 3000.
Right turn 290, and we missed the last part, Skyways 1786.
Climb to altitude 3000.
3,000, Skywest 1786. Alright, 290 and 3,000. I forgot to put that in, by the way. Speed's coming up. 290, still hand flying. Put the autopilot back in. There we go. 250. 290. Flaps can come up. Speed. Do 200 knots. Busting through that. Alright. Come on. Busting through the altitude nicely by about 200 feet. Ah, that's why. I had the auto throttle off. Alright. Busting through the heading. Good stuff. Well done. So, 290 and 3,000. So there's 3,000. Heading select 290. Bring the rest of the flaps up. Forgot the auto throttle. Amateur mistake. Alright. Turn TrackIR off. Let's set ourselves back up. Arrival, ILS 19. It was the ILS Zulu 19. I think so. Elvum.
Skyways 1786, right turn heading 360 degrees.
Right turns 360, Skyways 1786.
And Skyways 1786, whenever you have a moment, let me go around.
Wildlife on the runway, Skyways 1786.
Roger.
How's that for an excuse? Actually, we can take out Elvum. Delete Elvum. Yeah. Clear. Delete Elvum. Execute. There we go. Alright. What are we missing? That's all good. Flaps 1. You know what? We'll start slowing back down to about 200. Like so. Get our speed back. The great thing is, if I know my buddy who's controlling the approach at all, he really appreciated the extra practice of us going around and then busting not only the altitude but also the heading that he gave us, the 290, by about 5 degrees. So I need to brush up on my flying skills and start putting my money where, or my skills where my mouth is for next time, because that was sloppy, to say the least. Hey-ho.
Skyways 1786, right turn heading 040.
Right turn 040, Skyways 1786. You can hear it in his voice, how happy he is that I went around.
Confirm heading 040.
That is affirmative. 040 on the heading, Skyways 1786. So he's going to be trying to catch me out every opportunity he gets, because he's not happy right now. That's okay, because I'm happy. And really, as I've said in a previous video, that's really all that counts. And that's all that matters, is that I'm happy. So, yeah, we'll actually stick it on the ground this time. I'm going to give the taxi into the gates a little bit of a surprise as well, because I'm unfamiliar and I don't have the charts up, and honestly I can't be bothered. So he'll just have to give us progressive taxi to the stand. Which will be nice.
Right turn heading 110 degrees, speed back towards 1 knots.
Right turn 110, and you were broken up on the speed restrictions, Skyways 1786.
180 knots.
180, Skywest 1786. Expecting our right turn inbound any second now.
Skyways 1786, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
2,500, Skywest 1786.
And Skyways 1786, right turn heading 160, cleared ILS runway 19, report established.
Right turn 160 will report established ILS runway 19, Skywest 1786. So let's try this again. Arm VOR log. Miles. In case you weren't wondering, this ILS doesn't seem to have DME, so I'm getting the DME off of the Keflavik VOR, which is pretty much on the field. So there's 10 miles to go, and 2,500 feet. So, grab the loc. We'll wait to call established until we capture the glide as well, since we're low. You can see by the red lights. I'm also going to wait on the gear until we are on the glide slope. There we go. There's a glide slope. Skywest 1786 fully established.
Skyways 1786, the surface wind 220 at 11 knots, runway 19, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 19, Skywest 1786.
Scandinavian 1098, Keflavik approach, you are identified. Fly heading 310 degrees.
Fly heading 310 degrees, Scandinavian 1098.
1,000.
Auto throttle's coming out.
You want me to continue throttle, descent throttle 100?
Scandinavian 1098, AFO, continue descent to flight level 100. Information is Delta, QNH 1010.
Thank you. Information Delta, QNH 1010.
Little bit of a crosswind. Not too bad though. I say
By the
that.
way, reporting default signal.
A little bit of up trim.
Scandinavian 1098, say again.
I'm reporting default scenery in Keflavik.
Approaching minimums.
Roger.
Yep.
Minimums.
Landing. There goes the Pappies, of course.
900.
A little bit low, but that's fine. And
50. 30. 20. 10.
there's EZdok making that look worse than it was. Forgot to open my landing rate monitor. Anyways, speed brakes are up. Reverse green. Decel. $70 knots. Stow the reversers. Welcome to Keflavik. And approach Skywest 1786, slightly unfamiliar. Do we vacate right or left?
Skyways 1786, vacate to the right, and then via Echo and November, park stand 8, crossing runway 29 is approved.
Vacate right, Echo November, stand 8, and cross 29, Skyways 1786. Thanks. There we go. So this is Echo, and that's... hang on. Echo 2, Sierra, November. What are we on?
And then 109, at bottom of there.
Echo November.
100.
So, 2 hours and 26 minutes in the air. That can come off, that can come off. We'll go ahead and start the old Apu. It's going to be a right turn here. You know what? Keep that on. There we go. Echo November to stand 8. Alright, so crossing an active or a runway. Strobes on.
Keflavik approach, good evening, ISR 9017, Boeing 757-200, stand 10 with Delta, QNH 1079, set up and clear for flight training, please.
There's our stand. I can already see our guys waiting for us. A little bit of braking before we go into this turn. Told you the frame rates would get better. Getting definitely in the high 20s now, if not 30. Alright. International Echo. So let's make our right turn here. This is us. APU should be online by now. It is. And taxi light can come off.
What?
As well as the turnoffs.
One.
And stand 8 is... How do we get into stand 8?
What's the meaning of this?
How do we get into stand 8? Somewhere around here. Hang on. I got this.
Keflavik approach.
Station calling, go ahead.
Ah, there it is.
What's that you just sent me with F1?
It was probably an error.
Okay. Cheers.
A little bit of extra power. Wants us a little bit to the left, and now straight. A little bit to the right. A little bit more to the right. There we go. Straighten up. Is he gonna park me too far? What's that jet bridge doing? Close to the wing? Come on, a little bit further. There we go. Good. Parking brake, engines, seat belts.
Scandinavian 1098 for altitude 4,000 feet.
APU bleed.
And altitude 4,000 feet, and maybe I'm doing that.
TrackIR. Stop the clock. And we made it. I forgot the weather radar. Terrain can come off. Let's see. That can go open. That's good. These come off. That comes off. That comes off. And what else? Window heat can stay on for now. Seatbelt signs are off. Get rid of a couple of fuel pumps. There we go. Alright, let's get the doors open and deplane. Well, thanks for keeping me company, ladies and gentlemen, on what was mostly just a flight over water. But at least we got a bit of practice with oceanic procedures and go-arounds. Despite my poor airmanship, my friend passed his ATC exam, and it was a lot of fun having him on the other side of the mic. So with that, I'll bid you farewell, and until next time, I wish you blue skies, tailwinds, and I'll see you in the next episode.